grabs it with the right. He fights with the left until they chop his right hand. He grabs the flag with his left hand until they chop his left hand. He denies to see the word of Allah on the ground. He denies to see the flag of the Muslims on the ground. So he grabs it with his two left arms until they killed him. And then when he died, radiallahu ta'ala anhu. When he died, radiallahu ta'ala anhu, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam stands over his deceased body. They had a cloth. He had a cloth on him. If they cover his head, his feet will show. And if they cover his feet, his head will show. And then sallallahu alayhi wa sallam stands and says, by Allah, by Allah, by Allah, I used to see this teenager, the most spoiled teenager in Mecca. And he left everything for the sake of Allah and His Prophet. I witness, this is the witness of the Prophet. I witness that this man is the shaheed in front of Allah and the hereafter. I witness that this man is the shaheed in front of Allah and the hereafter. I witness that this man is the shaheed in front of Allah and the hereafter. And for the example of this man, Allah Azza wa Jalla revealed in the Quran, مِنَ الْمُؤْمِنِينَ رِجَالٌ صَدَقُوا مَا عَاهَدُوا اللَّهَ عَلَيْهِ فَمِنْهُمْ مَنْ قَضَى نَحْبَهُ وَمِنْهُمْ مَنْ يَنْتَظِرُ وَمَا بَدَّلُوا تَبْدِيلًا. From the believers that are men, they fulfilled their promise to Allah. From the believers that are men, they fulfilled their promise to Allah. Some of them had died in the path of Allah, and the other some are still waiting to die in the path of Allah. Mus'ab ibn Umair, a great teenager. Where do we start? Where do we end? Radiallahu ta'ala anhum wa ardah. They were a great example. Sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he says, لا تسبوا أصحابي. Do not swear on my companions. For one of you to donate the amount of the mountain of Uhud would not even equal to what one of them donates with a full hand. For one of you to donate the size, a donation of the size of the mountain of Uhud would not even equal to what one of them donates with his hand, or the amount of his hand. Radiallahu ta'ala anhu wa ardah. They were a great example. And radiallahu ta'ala anhum, they had the great quality of taking on responsibility. They did not sit after the death of the Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam and say, that's it, this was on the Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam, now we could relax. Or this was on Abu Bakr, now we could relax. Or Umar could take care of it and now we could relax. And that's a sickness. That's a sickness that's been spread among us. That we all the time put the responsibilities on everyone else. He'll take care of it. He'll do it. He'll teach. He'll attend. He'll pray. What about you? What about you? Don't you ask yourself that question? Aren't you also responsible as everyone else? Aren't you also responsible as the companion radiallahu ta'ala anhum? Aren't you also going to be asked like them? Aren't you also going to be standing in front of Allah Azza wa Jalla like them? Ikhwani, let's take them as a great example for the responsibility. They took on great responsibilities. You take on a great responsibility. They took care of the religion of the Prophet ﷺ and continued the mission of the Prophet ﷺ after him. And they passed it on to you. The way that ﷺ passed it on to them, they passed it on to you. What are you doing about it? Have you thought about this? Has it came to your mind to say how much of a responsibility do I have into this deen? They passed it on to you. But the way they passed it on to you is after a long struggle and strife. After a long sacrifice. After a long blood. A lot of blood was shed for the sake of passing on this deen to us. And what do we do about it? Khabbab ibn Arat radiallahu ta'ala anhu narrates, and he says, at the time of persecution and torturing in Mecca, I went to the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, and he had his back to the Kaaba. So I told him, O Prophet of Allah, make dua or ask Allah to make situation we're in, we're getting tortured and persecuted day and night. So ask Allah to make it easy on us. So the Prophet ﷺ got up in an angry mood and he said, by Allah, it used to be for the ones before you, they'll be combed with an iron comb. They'll be combed with iron comb, ripping their flesh and blood and bones. And this will not turn them away from the deen of Allah. And they'll be chopped into 2 pieces to turn away from the deen of Allah. And this will not even turn away from the deen of Allah. And then the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he says, by Allah will come to a time where the shepherd from Sana'a, from Yemen, will come all the way to Mecca by himself, does not fear no one but Allah, and the wolf is attacking or will attack his sheep. And the Prophet ﷺ then says, and by Allah, the Muslim female walk all the way from the Hira, a place nearby Iraq, all the way to Mecca by herself. She does not fear no one but Allah. But you are people in rush and hurry. The deen does not come easy. The deen, the religion is easy, but for you to understand the reality of it, you must strive. You must sacrifice the way the companions radiallahu ta'ala anhum did. You must struggle the way they did. You must do what they did. You must go through what they went through. Not sit down and not do anything about it. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَالسَّابِقُونَ الْأَوَّلُونَ مِنَ الْمُهَاجِرِينَ وَالْأَنصَارِ وَالَّذِينَ اتَّبَعُوهُمْ بِإِحْسَانٍ رَضِيَ اللَّهُ عَنْهُمْ وَرَضُوا عَنْهُ وَأَعَدَّ لَهُمْ جَنَّاتٍ تَجْرِي تَحْتَهَا الْأَنْهَارُ خَالِدِينَ فِيهَا ذَلِكَ الْفَوْزُ الْعَظِيمُ. And the first muhajirin, from the first muhajirin and the ansar, and their followers, which is you, and their followers, and the first muhajirin and ansar and their followers who follow their footsteps, Allah Azza wa Jal is well pleased from them, and they are pleased from Allah, and Allah had prepared for them a paradise where rivers flow from beneath it. ذَلِكَ الْفَوْزُ الْعَظِيمُ. This is the true success. This is the true success. This is the true success. The success of following the Prophet Muhammad alayhi salatu wassalam and his beloved companions. Let's look up to them, take them as our great example, and follow their footsteps, follow their path to be like them in this world and to enter the paradise with the Prophet and them in the hereafter. Allahumma ij'alna min alladhina yastami'una al-qawl fayattabi'una ahsana wa jazakum Allah khair. And I remind you of the hadith of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, in which he says, بُعِثْتُ بِالْحَنَفِيَّةِ السَّمْحَةِ وَنُصِرْتُ بِالشَّبَابِ وَخُذِلْتُ بِالشُّيُوخِ. I was sent by the natural religion, if the interpretation or the translation applies. I was sent by the natural religion, and I was supported by the teenagers. I was supported by the teenagers. The teenagers stood by me. The teenagers were with me. The teenagers sacrificed for me. The teenagers protected their lives. They protected me with their lives. And I was let down by the oldies. You are those teenagers. I ask Allah Azza wa Jal to make us like the companions radiallahu ta'ala anhum, and to follow their steps. Wa jazakum Allah khair.
نمضي جنودا نجوب الوهادي نمضي أسودا لا نخشى الوغادي نمضي جنودا نجوب الوهادي نمضي أسودا لا نخشى الوغادي نمضي جنودا نمضي أسودا نمضي جنودا